We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello dear students. Today in this lecture we are going to study about one important law of the physics for particular electronic circuits, which is known as Kirchhoff's first law, and it is also known as Kirchhoff's current law, that is KCL. In this particular article we are going to study about its statement, and we will prove how this phenomenon of the Kirchhoff's current law exhibited inside an electrical circuit. So here in this Kirchhoff's first rule, this particular diagram suggesting the origin where different electric currents are engaging. So Kirchhoff's first rule is the consequence of the law of conservation of charge. That means the number of electric charges or the flow of electric charges before and after the switch offing or switch oning condition will be the same. That means the amount of charge before and after the reaction is conserved. So here we have used a junction which is known as capital O for a network of a group of currents as shown in this figure. See, the various electric currents passing through the junction capital O are displayed in this figure, but each and every current has non-identical direction with respect to this junction O. When I talk in terms of current I1, it is approaching towards the junction. I3 current is also approaching towards the junction, and the remaining electric currents I2, I4 and I5 are traveling far away from the junction capital O. So we know that according to the definition of electric current, that is the flow of electric charge per unit time. That means you can write down a relationship between electric current and electric charge with the help of this equation: I is equal to Q by T. So I is your electric current, capital Q is the electric charge, and T is the unit time. So for different electric currents, here in case there are total 5 electric currents which are engaging at the junction capital O, we will write down the equation for I1 is equal to Q1 upon T, I2 is equal to Q2 upon T, and so on for I5, that is equal to Q5 upon T. So let Q1, Q2 up to Q5 be electrical charges flowing through the cross-sectional area of the respective conductor in time interval T, which constitutes current I1, I2 up to I5, as I have mentioned earlier. We just reformulating this equation, making Q1 as an object. So Q1 is equal to I1T. As per this equation, Q2 is equal to I2T. For I3, Q3 is equal to I2T, Q4 is equal to I4T, and Q5 is equal to I5 into T. Now, it is quite evident from the figure that the total electric charge entering the junction, see, the direction is important. Okay, here I1 and I3 current are entering to the junction. So that is according to their electrical charges. So the summation is Q1 plus Q3, while the currents or amount of electric charges which are leaving the junction. You can see from this direction I2, I4 and I5, and with respect to their electrical charges, Q2 plus Q4 plus Q5 is the total amount of electric charges leaving the junction in the same interval of time. Now, as we have mentioned earlier, Kirchhoff's first rule is nothing but the law of conservation of charge. That means the amount of charges entering towards the junction is same as that of the amount of electrical charges leaving the junction, here in the case capital O. So the summation of electrical charges entering the junction, that is Q1 plus Q3, is equal to the amount of, or the sum of electrical charges leaving the junction capital O, that is Q2 plus Q4 plus Q5. Now we all have the values of Q1, Q2 up to so and so Q5. So substituting this value of Q into this equation, we have the modified equation like I1t plus I3t is equal to I2t plus I4t plus I5 into t. Now see, in left hand side and right hand side, you can take time quantity t common and it will be cancelled out from both the sides. So we have I1 plus I3 is equal to I2 plus I4 plus I5. Taking all the right hand side quantities towards the left hand side, so there will be the change in that sign. So I1 plus I3 minus I2 minus I4 minus I5 is equal to 0. So here I can easily say that the algebraic sum of electric currents engaging through the junction O is equal to 0. So this is at the junction summation over I is equal to 0. So this is the actual statement of Kirchhoff's first rule, that is also known as Kirchhoff's current law, because it is totally related to the flow of electric current entering and exiting the junction. So the algebraic sum of all the electric currents meeting at the junction is 0. Okay. Now in the above illustration, if we consider a situation that some I1 and I3 currents are positive while I2, I4 and I5 are negative, thus the electric currents entering the junction are considered as positive electric currents because they are approaching the junction, and those currents which are leaving the junction will now be considered as negative. So Kirchhoff's current law additionally give input inside the positive and negative values of electric current, and it is totally based on their respective direction towards the junction. One can also consider an opposite conversion to arrive at the same result. Okay, so this was the statement and proof of Kirchhoff's first rule. Now one more thing which you have to consider over here, that according to this rule some equations or examples can be asked in your GTU examination, where it is necessary that you should draw this particular figure, and it is not mandatory that you have to follow the same direction which has been displayed in this figure. Either you can select I1 and I4 approaching the junction and the remaining as leaving the junction. So it depends on you that what kind of currents you are selecting for approach of the junction and for leaving the junction. But the further mathematical expressions should be in coordinates with this particular figure. So this way you can carry out the Kirchhoff's first rule statement and proof. So I hope that this particular article is now clear in your mind, and be prepared for this particular question in 4 marks for your GTU examination, where you have to mention this statement, you have to draw this figure, give this explanation, all these equations to get 4 out of 4 marks. Okay, so thanks for visiting this lecture.